What's up guys, ChasingLamely here, welcome back to Lameville. I think we're on episode 9 now, and as you can see things are coming along quite nicely, even if the old PC is struggling to keep up because this lockdown means I can't give it the RAM upgrade it's starting to desperately need. Bit of a trafficy thing building there. I'm sure we'll get over it. Let's see what we're doing today. It's doing a thing. I don't know what it's doing. I don't understand. Why will it not do a thing? There we go. Finally came out of what I wanted to do. Right. I don't know what happened there, guys. I'm very sorry. So the first thing you need to I've done since the last episode, I moved all the sewage stuff into this completely empty square. I literally just bought this square, moved all of our sewage works into here because I want this river to start clearing up. Because as you can see, it was a tiny bit disgusting, and it's a tiny bit less disgusting now. That's kind of the thing that's going on right now. Because I want to eventually expand into this area here. I want to use it as kind of a coastal, seasidey resort area. That's sort of my thinking. So that's kind of going to be the plan. But today, what we need to do is build some kind of housing and commercial. You can see we've got a lot of demand there. And I've got an entire area here that I thought that might be nice if we turn that into a commercial type, commercial and a living area. So I thought what we'd do is we'd turn this whole area that's just clearing up here into a nice sort of riverfront resort. See if we can get some more housing in, because that will help things like our university grow. Talking of which, actually part of the plan to make the university grow is going to be to extend this street, because that will be a key way to get under the bypass. Under? Yeah, let's stick with the theme of going under the bypass, why not? For those who are American, I'm going to keep calling it a bypass because that's what makes sense to me. Please don't be offended, that's just what they're called. Basically, that is what they're called. So, yeah, don't take offence. I'm just using the words that I'm used to. So we're going to use that road there just to connect this side, the right hand side of the city over to the left hand side of the city, because that will be our starting off point. Step 1 in the master plan, and then I'm going to build kind of a little road to just kind of go along here, lining it up with the edge of there, not necessarily with the intention of using it lined up with the edge. It will make sense. It will make sense. We're going to use obviously this bypass as kind of the off ramp here. So what I want to do is I'm going to put in a small roundabout, if I can find one. Small roundabout we'll do there, and we'll just line it up with there for now. I'll change all the roads. I was too lazy to use roundabout builder. That's basically what happened there. I got too lazy to use roundabout builder, just so I've got an idea of what I'm doing where. So I think over here is going to be housing, over here is going to be mostly commercial stuff, and we're going to keep this road off here to extend towards what will hopefully become a kind of coastal thing that way. That's sort of the plan with this. So let's go back into building roads and making sure we know where we're at, because we don't need to connect them yet. I think what we're going to do is we'll brace that road first. That's a good idea. That's always a good place to start. Bracing the roundabout just so we know how it's going to work. My computer really is struggling to keep up. I'm sure I told it to go on there. My computer's really struggling to keep up with the size of the city already. Where we're at what, 52,000 give or take, and it's just kind of, it's got to that stage where it's just like, please stop making me bigger. Please stop that. Right, I want to upgrade that. I want to upgrade that. We'll upgrade that even though we're not going to immediately use it. In fact, I think actually I want to use this road here. Now that I'm thinking about it out loud, we'll use this road to make things look nice and pretty. And then we're going to build off of this road, and we're going to literally take it as square as we can into the middle of this, because that is going to be our kind of main focus, that area there. Obviously things will change. What's happened there? Oh, it's a small bridge. Okay, we'll find a way to make the small bridge do something. I don't know what at this point, but we'll find a way to make the small bridge do. Can we build under the small bridge? Guessing there's a thing under there. Such a pointless bridge. Such a pointless bridge. I'll sort that out eventually. I'll move it, mod it into something useful. Does give us kind of a nice little line of demarcation though, because that means I can then bring this sort of there. Do I square that? Let's square that off. Why not? Why are we on the wrong roads? That's the biggest question. Why are we on the wrong roads? Let's upgrade these back to tree roads because that's the way we like them. I'm thinking maybe this middle area here, the sort of the squarey bit, we're going to use for high density residential. I think that's going to be the plan. Is that going to line up? Come on, show me the guidelines. Okay, we'll do the guidelines that way, why not? And again, like this area here, we can pretty much make work as and when we need to. That should connect up. That'll do. That'll look fine. So yeah, we'll have this front area here for the low density residential sort of stuff. Maybe actually I can get another run. Will this work? Yeah, sort of. I'm not sure I like that, but we'll make it work as best we can. Let's connect those two roads up there, and we'll use a curvy road to close to you know. I can't English again. English has failed me. We'll try and use a curvy road to make that work out as well. There's another curvy road in there, like that. That should hopefully level things out, and then we will connect that road up using one of these roads to the front there, and hopefully that will do something. Slope too steep. So that's too steep, but that's not. All right, we'll go with that then. Obviously I will put some pipage in there as well, because always be prepared to lay pipe, that is the rules. Connect that up there, just to give us a starting point, and then we will connect that straight down this road here, straight into there, so as we don't water supply. That would bother people who are way more anal than. Oh, we've got our academic report. We are a renowned school. This hand-grafted herbal lip balm increases the puffiness of lips. Wow. What have we done? We've also had some kind of basketball win, and the toga party went cray-cray. Okay, right, let's just fill in this area with pipe, because getting people in is going to be more important right now than getting shops in. I'm hoping actually by getting people into here, what I can do is I can start filling out the university as well, because the one thing it's lacking in order to complete expanding is students. That's kind of been the issue with things of late. Let's see what we can do in terms of building some roads off of here too, because that's going to be useful. We'll put one of those off there, one off there maybe. We'll do a kind of doubly back thing there. There is no exact science to this, by the way. There's literally no exact science to it. I just kind of want to fill up as much space as I possibly can with housing. Is sort of all I ever do when I do this. I'm sure there's some people who watch and wonder, like, why are you using weird wiggly roads? I'm trying to make it look a combination of pretty and functional. That's basically how this goes. I wish I could tell you there was rhyme or reason to what I do. There isn't. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, go maybe seek one of the channels that has more rhyme and reason to it than mine, because you will always be disappointed if you're looking for it. This one, I think what we're going to do, we're going to kind of grid it a little bit. I know we all hate grids. All of us hate grids, but sometimes it's necessary. In fact, I might even have this area as being slightly nicer housing and this one as being slightly more gritty type housing. I think maybe that's going to be the way forward. let's zoom in a little bit, because I think what we might do is build an internal square, just to auto saving, just to prevent us from having that awkward thing going on where we've got loads of junctions all over the place. I'm going to put some kind of park in there. I think I might repeat the same actually throughout here. Can I do some kind of thing in here? Will that work? It should work. Come on. It's doing snappy thing. That's fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work as best we can. Snappings. There will be some kind of thing I do on purpose here. Trust me, there will be a thing. Don't think I've lost the plot entirely, because that's still a few weeks of lockdown away. And again, it's deliberately not fully lined up, because I think even if I'm doing something gritty like this, I think I'd like to keep it at least a little bit interesting. Just for my own sort of enjoyment, I'd like to keep it a bit more, or a bit less rigid. So if we do that there, that will work out nicely. And in fact, what I might do here is if I use Control and O's, put a roundabout in there, because that's going to need a roundabout anyway. Very, very shortly, we'll go back to our road buildy thing. What we'll do is we'll connect that up to there. We'll connect that up to there. Just use the outside roads to sort of keep things a little bit distant from each other. That's sort of where we're going. Obviously here we'll probably just connect up, but we'll connect up this one here and here, because that feels like a nice way to get into there. And then this one again, we'll connect up there, and maybe to there. Like I said, it's going to annoy people no matter how I do that, but that's fine. Right, first things first, let's throw some parks in there. There should be a large playground for anywhere. The large playground is never as large as I think it is. Like, I'm pretty sure the dog park is bigger than the large playground. Oh, it's not. It's not. I'm wrong. Oh, well, I've got the dog park selected. Let's throw one of those in there. Let's put something gardeny in there. Something a bit more gardeny in there. In fact, I can probably run a road straight down the middle of that. That works. It's close enough. We will find... What else have we got here? We will find... Let's use large playground. We'll put large playground here. And... options. Park with trees. Park with trees, of course, is the enormous one, isn't it? We'll put park with trees somewhere... here? Maybe? No? I never leave room for park with trees. We'll put park with trees here. And we'll figure out how to work with everything else later. That feels like a plan. And then that one can be the park that goes in here. Just to keep things fairly uniform-ish. Right, what do we need here? I feel like we should put... We've got the money. We'll put an actual hospital in here. I think maybe if we put an actual hospital there... There, it should work. Doesn't have to be too close to anything. In fact, we'll put the actual big boy services in this one. So we'll put the big old fire brigade there to cover that. We will put the big old police headquarters in there to provide full coverage here. And actually, what I might do is just on the front, we'll put a fire watchtower right in there if it will let us. Too steep. There, just to cover that, and I guess we can put a police CCTV thing more or less next to it, just to give that little bit of coverage as well. So that should be nice and policed. They're going to want some kind of schools, because schools are always important. Let's go with the community type, bossy type schools there. We'll put one at either end of things, and then we'll put the high schools at the opposite end of things. And if they need more education, we can find some more education for them. Is that gonna plugins. There, you'd assume. That'll do. What else have we got here? Modern Tech Institute. We don't need a Modern Tech Institute. We have an entire university dedicated to that, don't we? We will also put in some form of public transporty thing, which I guess there. Was that going there? Will it go somewhere this side of the road? No, it's going to have to go that side of the road. That's fine. We'll put one of those in there. We'll put one in here somewhere. It's going to fit somewhere. One on this side of the road there. And one to connect up there. And presumably there's some way of connecting it to somewhere else in the city, but I'll figure that out later, because the important thing right now is just to get these tracks done. So we will go straight loop de loop de loop. Just to make it easy for to get around this part of the city. I'm sure there's a much nicer, tidier way of doing these, but I don't do it. So yeah, it's just to give people a way to get around this neighbourhood a little bit better. We'll just go around and around and around and around and around. And then we'll do a line going back, I guess. It will allow me to. A line going back around that way, that way, that way, and that way. It says you don't have electricity, which feels unrealistic, but we'll find out. It certainly says you've got electricity. It must be connected to the... What is it doing? Why is it saying that it doesn't have electricity? I don't know. I'll never know. It's fine. We'll work it out in a minute. That's unimportant right now. Can I put a Statue of Liberty in the water? Must be placed roadside. Well, I'll tell you what. What we'll do is to give... We'll use that very shortly to give people a reason to visit our new shopping area, which we're going to build. I'm also very aware I'm doing this as kind of a one-take thing with no editing. So, you know, some people like that sort of thing. Some people don't. It could just end up being a really long episode and I spend 4 hours trying to figure out how to make it something usable. But we're going to... In fact, now I've said that, let me fill this in, because I'm well aware this takes ages. So I've tried to make this a nice place to live. You can see I've zoned things up, so we've got big housing, big shops, offices to keep the noise out from the bypass, the highway, and then slightly posher housing there. Let's give it a chance to fill in. Let's see if that takes care of all of our needs. I threw in a few extra services and stuff as well, just because that felt necessary. It's saying that none of these subway stations are connected up, which seems unlikely. I don't understand. Let's. Why isn't that doing what I want it to do? Oh, it's letting me remove things. Okay, that works. We'll remove them and start again while stuff builds around it. That's a good plan. We do have a kind of semi-working thing anyway. Right, let's go from a new line to new line to stop there. That's a good idea. To stop there. To stop there. And then we'll complete that line. And there we go. That should hopefully work. Let's go above ground. Normal view. See if that populates itself. See what that looks like. Like I said, that we've not got big housing demands in terms of like the grand scheme of things. I don't think we've all big commercial demands, but I feel like, you know, people want to be in this area for reasons. Why is that the wrong way around? I don't understand. I do not understand. I didn't put that in. That's the map. That's the map that's just naturally like that, because I wouldn't have, surely. Maybe I did. I don't know. So that's that, at least able to get people moving, and I've just realised I'm going to cause a massive traffic jam by doing that, because that wasn't at all smart. So let's fix that. Let's actually connect this up to the highway before we have bigger problems. those roads. Why am I below ground? That's not where I want to be. We'll go there, there, why not? And we'll go from there to approximately where that node was into there. And then we'll upgrade all of this roundabout to be actual highway, because otherwise it's going to cause hatred for all of our problems. It will just cause drama if I don't make that a 3-lane highway. I can feel it now, and then we'll debrace that road temporarily. And we'll work out where we go from there. Hopefully that will work itself out, that will let people move in into this new area, which people are starting to move into. I always get that thing where you kind of, I don't know if this is just me, where you feel like maybe there wasn't the demand for housing there was, because you build an area like this that should be able to hold more than enough people for what you need, and suddenly it just drops, the demand just drops, like they just don't want to live there anymore. So there must be a way to bring people across here. There must be. I'm sure I'm missing something. That's fine, we'll work that out later. Let's see what else we can just have a quick fix of before we wrap up the episode. The Career Institute, what's that missing out on? Just so I know, that's just missing out on students, isn't it? It's got the attractiveness, it's got the works, it just needs people to go and actually study there, which hopefully this will provide some of. What else have we got that we can maybe level up before we get to the end of things? I think Willow Park is okay. Don't know why this building here is dead. I think my auto bulldoze mod has disappeared. Though I think it just bulldozed it the second I clicked it. So maybe it hasn't, maybe it's just having a day. So that park, what was the park I was looking for? My brain just died, guys. My brain has just died on me. It's over here, that was the park I'm looking for, Pearl Meadows. What does Pearl Meadows need to reach that next level? It needs more entertainment. We can just casually jam some entertainment in there. Just so I feel like we've achieved something more before we go in. It's a city park, right? So let's see if we can city park in there. Info booth, entertaining restrooms, that's very entertaining. Cafe. I feel like this park is mostly cafes, but we'll put another cafe in. Because why wouldn't we put another cafe in? We'll add a cafe there. We'll add a cafe there. Can I put some kind of zoo-y thing in there? Nothing massively zoo-y. I can't, can I? I was thinking just like maybe like an aviary or something, you know. Will that go in a park area? Must be placed for no. No is the answer. What other parky type of pagodas? Occasional pagoda never hurt anyone, did it? Let's just put another cafe in, it's fine. It's fine. How seriously are we taking this pagoda parky building thing anyway, right? We're just building parks. There we go, we'll put another one there. We'll put another one in there, I guess. How's that done? There we go, we've reached the next level of park, and we can put a trampoline park in, which is good. Once I figure out where the trampoline park is going, because I've just used up all my space putting cafes in, I think. Come on, there's gonna be a path somewhere. There we go. We made it work. We succeeded. We've made a trampoline park happen. We have a big old park there. That's gonna be good. I'm just gonna wrap up the episode there, guys. I think that's pretty much my limit of things to do today. I'm going to come back with a plan tomorrow. Let's have a quick look at the area we just built, and then we will wrap up the episode, because that feels like the way to go. And then I'm going to do a little off-screen traffic troubleshooting and see if we can go from there, because that feels like a plan. So this is the new area we've just built. It's not quite taking shape yet, there's still people moving in, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully by the end of next episode we'll have created enough demand for that to go in. I think actually in the next episode, one thing I might do, or what I might have as the plan, is we're going to fill out another one of these industry areas and see if we can use that to encourage people to move in. I think that's going to be the plan. But yeah, until next time, guys, I've been Chasing Lamely, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good one.